Hola a todos and welcome to this little summary of Lección Uno. So a little review of common mistakes that I noticed as we work through this chapter. And I'd like for you to watch this in its entirety before you take the test, upcoming test, because it's going to show you and highlight you some of the issues that we're having. So when we're talking about numbers, um, many of you guys asked a question about the number 21. So numbers like 21, 21 need to change when they appear in front of that singular masculine noun. Okay, so if you're changing it from 21 to 21, keep an eye on the spelling. You're dropping the O, but also you are adding that accent on the U. Okay, me llamo es. Common mistake is when we are introducing ourselves, okay? So you have two options. Mi nombre es, literally translating to my name is, or me llamo, I am called, and then whatever. So make sure that you pick one or the other, but not put them together. All right. Soy de Estados Unidos de Illinois literally translates to I am from the United States of Illinois. So, if you want to say that you are from Illinois in the United States, soy de Illinois en los Estados Unidos. Okay? So you can say simply soy de Illinois, soy de los Estados Unidos, or soy de Illinois en los Estados Unidos. I'm from Illinois in the United States. Pronunciation of vowels, and so soy de los Estados Unidos versus the common mistake of saying soy de los Estados Unidos. Check out this video. It may sound silly, but it'll show you that in any situation, the vowels in Spanish will always sound the same. In English, we have that different, whether the vowel is at the beginning or in the middle or next to different consonants, it takes a different sound. So check out this video. I will add it to our announcement as well so that you have the direct link. But it's very kid friendly. But it will help you with that. Now, the H pronunciation, ladies and gentlemen, it is silent, okay? So make sure that you're not saying things like el hombre, it's el hombre. Or expressions like tengo hambre, I am hungry. You do not say tengo hambre, okay? That sound is going to be provided by our J's. So we'll get to that while we're practicing, but just make sure that your H does not have a sound. ¿Qué hora es? The time, right? So we have what is the time and reading the time in that clock. ¿Qué hora es? Versus ¿a qué hora es? So ¿a qué hora means at what time is a certain event going to take place, okay? So the current time is not an important factor. So right now, son las 10 de la mañana y la clase de español es a las 3. So the fact that Spanish class is at 3 o'clock is not affected by the fact that it's 10 o'clock right now, unless I needed to do some homework to submit in class. But that's the difference between asking what time it is and at what time something is. Partner chat. This particular unit, we've been doing email. We're going to kind of move on to using Sign Up Genius. So for the next round of partner chats, I will send you that link. It might make it a little bit easier to see who's available and who's not. So you'll be able to go and sign up for that. Reminder, partner chats, it's wonderful communicative assignment to kind of test the skills that you're practicing throughout the chapter and see, okay, how do I bring this knowledge outside the classroom to the real world? So take them serious. They're really, really wonderful, and they also account for 25% of your grade. So all of these speaking assignments, they're going to be 25% of your overall grade in the unit. Technical support. Remember, if you have questions about Spanish activities, and all that, please reach to me. But if you have issues with the website not working or your computer sound not working properly, then you need to call VHL directly, and they'll help you address any of these technology issues. Read the instructions. Super, super important, especially the ones that require that you listen to the prompt and answer it. Some of us are simply repeating the prompt, and so that's not the activity, and so you wouldn't earn any of the points. And also, when we're reading the instructions, make sure that you have all of the information. Sometimes there's a part A and a part B, and some of us are skipping the part B. In your recording activities, make sure that you're recording properly. So review those recordings. Some of us may click in and out before we are done speaking, so some of those recordings are chopped off, and so I can only grade what I hear. So if I don't hear a complete sentence, then it's not a complete answer. Always, always, always answer in complete sentences. If it's asking you, ¿cuántos años tienes? How old are you? The answer is not 20. No, the answer is yo tengo 20 años. And the reason why I want you guys to get in the habit of complete sentences is so that you practice the Spanish sentence structure, the Spanish pronunciation of all these other words, okay? In the real world, could you just say 20? Yes, in a normal conversation that is. But within our classroom, I really want you guys to be practicing complete sentences. For spelling, when you're answering not on our recording, but on a written activity, please make sure that you know your computer, okay? You have to include all punctuation and spelling. So the opening question mark, the opening exclamation point, you guys sometimes refer to them as the upside down ones. Those are necessary in Spanish, so know how to include those. You need to include your accents, so know how to include the accents. And also you need the little line over the end when you're using the letter ñ, so know how to do those. Usually a quick Google search will help you figure out your computer if you're a Mac or a PC. So please make sure to do so. When recording your answers, again, make sure that you're speaking out loud and clear. Please don't whisper. It's really, really, really hard. So if you're going to be completing these activities kind of like in a public setting, like a library or something, then bring yourself a microphone that will enhance that. Make sure that you're not rushing through it. Take your time and answer. And remember, again, what you submit is what I have to grade. Unlike when we're on the face-to-face that I can ask you to repeat, I simply get the file that you've submitted, and that's where we go from. So please make sure that I have all the pieces to accurately grade your assignments. Quizlet, it's a great, fun tool to help you through the vocabulary. So if you are someone who enjoys having this extra activities, these like Quizlet can be downloaded on your phone. So if you're having a sandwich and you're by yourself, you know, it'll take you 2 minutes out of scrolling through your Instagrams or whatever to go through the vocab and keep this vocab current and active in your brain through some of these. So I will include the link to my first Quizlet cards with the verbs, the AR verbs that are most common, so that you can test out Quizlet and see if it's for you. And if it is for you, then feel free, create your own cards, share them, whatever you need to get reviewing. Okay, so this week we will have our first test, and I will send all of the information on our announcement, the password, common questions about the test, and everything. If you have any questions about lesson 1 after watching this video, don't hesitate to reach out. And remember 2 things. The easiest way to ask questions about an activity is to submit the Ask Your Instructor note that's on the bottom right of your screen when you're in Portales. And when you're emailing me, please make sure that you include in parentheses the level that we are working together. So for example, questions with test 1, and in parentheses you guys would do 101. It will make my life a lot easier if I know exactly where to look for your information. Have a great week, and I will stay in touch if you have any questions before our test. Adios.